Let me explain about myself. And myself, Akshay, and my qualification in Tech CSC. And I have nearly 40 years of experience in teaching as well as industry. So I handle different types of cloud certification courses like regarding AWS, Azure, as well as GCP too. So coming to AWS, I handle different types of certification courses like Cloud Practitioner, Solution Architect, Developer Associate, as well as what System Administration and all the things.
Actually,
And
I
I
think
also had,
you are speaking near to the mic. It is
sorry,
like you're speaking very close to the mic, I think.
are you getting any echo from my side?
Not echo, like some small disturbance.
Now it's okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, fine. And coming to Azure, I also handle different types of Azure certification courses like Azure Administration and Azure Fundamentals and Azure Solution Architect, Azure Security Engine too. So I also handle different types of DevOps tools like Git, GitHub, Docker, Jenkins, Kubernetes, Ansible, Terraform, and Nagios, Nexus, HAPoxy, and all these things. So today's demonstration is especially regarding the AWS. So in our okay, so what do you mean by AWS? So why we need AWS? So why AWS becomes more popular? Okay, there are different types of other cloud platforms are available, but why it becomes more popular? So and what are different types of services is going to provide? And I'm going to explain some brief description regarding the main important services which are provided by your AWS here. Okay, so and coming to next one. So what we're going to learn, okay, and what we're going to learn in this particular course, I'm going to showcase it first. So let me open this particular document here. Yeah, okay. So in this 6 hours, okay. So we're going to consider all these topics. So initially we're going to start AWS part. Once AWS is completed, okay, we're going to start with the work with the DevOps part. So I'm going to explain. Okay. So AWS basics first in the day first, otherwise on the Monday class. So what do you mean by AWS? What are different types of cloud platforms are available? So and cloud service model as well as so what are the advantages of AWS? Okay, and all the things. So before going to and explain this particular syllabus, and can you please explain about yourself actually, whether a working professional or a student within the chat box. Just write some little information in the chat box regarding yourself. So whether you are a student or working professional, if a working professional, which domain are you working in all these things in the chat box. Yes, please type a message in chat box regarding yourself. Think some participants are there. Let me check. One second. Some Christian is there. And hi Christian. Can you explain about yourself? Actually, yeah. I think that being professional has some experience with database but want to improve. Yeah, sure. Definitely you get good knowledge during this course. So Michael and students looking to learn acquire a position in coding. Okay. Nice. And one more person is there. Just please type a message. Still now we received replace with two participants like and Shiv Shankar. Okay, working as networking, have a experience. Want to know about the jobs going to help me networking. Definitely is going to help. So most part we're going to cover completely hands on. Okay. So mainly focused on hands-on in the AWS and DevOps courses actually. So that is our major thing. And coming to one more participant, I think what reply from the three participants. I think Savita is there. Savita and Christian, I think. And Savita, many about yourself actually. A student or working professional. Please type a message. And Christian, you too. I think Shamil recently joined. Just please explain what your job role in chat box. I received only three replies. And Savita, Shamul, and recently Christian, I think. Yeah, okay. So just wait for 1 minute, 1 more minute, and then we're going to start our agenda actually on the particular course. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to start the agenda regarding the outline of the syllabus here. So coming to day one, okay, today I'm going to explain all the things. So coming to upcoming sessions, okay. So in the first module, we discuss about the AWS basics as well as introduction. So what is the purpose of cloud computing and what are the main things available in cloud service model like infrastructure as a service, platform as a software as a service here, and some advantages of AWS and all the things must be discussed in day one. And coming to next one, so I'm going to explain it in very briefly here. So coming to next one, we're going to discuss about the EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud, and how to create EC2, and how to attach the values, and how to attach the public IP to EC2, and all the things will be discussed in day two. So coming to day three, so I'm going to explain the course outline regarding AWS only. Okay. So we discuss about the virtual private cloud in day three, how to create VPC. So what is the default VPC, how to create custom VPC, and how to create custom VPC in different ways. How to create VPC by manually as well as by choosing auto configuration and some subcomponents of VPC also like what like subnets, gateways, and route tables. And to connect between the VPCs, discuss about the VPC peering also. Okay, completely in practical way. We have to cover all the things here. And in next day, we're going to discuss about the some basics regarding the CloudFront and Route 53. Okay, so these are important networking services. So CloudFront nothing but is a content-driven network service, and Route 53 is nothing but it's a domain name system. Okay, so 53 is the port number of your actually DNS. So that's why AWS yeah, named the service as Route 53 here, which is the default domain name service for the AWS here. Okay, so this part must be discussed in the day four. Coming to day five, discuss about the very very important concept, IAM concept, INTN access management. So how to create different types of users groups and how to provide the authentication for the users in order to access our account. Okay. And these particular topics must be discussed in this particular day five. And after that, in day six, discuss about the elastic load balancing as well as auto scaling concepts. So to manage the load between the different types of remote servers, how the load balancing will effective. Okay. So what are different types of load balancer available in AWS, and how to create the load balancers, how to enable the auto scaling along with the load balancer, and all these things will be discussed in day six. So coming to day seven. We discuss about the monitoring services. So all these are monitoring services here, like CloudWatch, how to create cloud alarm for EC2 instance, and how to manage all the resources by using CloudTrail, as well as how to connect EC2 without private key. And all these things must be discussed in day 7 here. So coming to day 8, okay. So different types of storages like what S3, okay, mainly focus on S3 here. I'm going to discuss about the S3, EFS, and all these things in day 8 as well as day 9 here. And coming to day 9 and day 10, these 2 days I mainly focus on databases, how to work with relational database, how to create RDS instance by choosing different types of databases like what RDS MySQL, RDS PostgreSQL, and all these things. And coming to day 11, we mainly focus on practicals on the CloudFront and Lambda. Okay, so how to work with serverless computing using Lambda here, and how to launch website using CloudFront will be discussed in day 11 here. So completely in these 11 days, we are going to cover complete our cloud here. Okay, so the complete the cloud picture. Okay, and after that, so coming to day 12, we're going to start the DevOps concepts. Okay, so once we are going to perfect this particular cloud, okay, we're going to start the DevOps concepts here. So before going to start the DevOps, so we must know about the Linux commands. Okay, so we must know about different types of Linux commands, and we're going to learn some basic commands and how to change the ownership of the files here, how to create symbolic links, and how to work with different types of filter commands like grep as well as awk and substitution SCD commands. Okay, we'll discuss all these things in day 12. And coming to day 13, we're going to continue the Linux commands, how to install different types of packages or software applications based upon the your operating systems. Okay, our AWS provides for different types of Linux distributions. Is going to support Debian based Linux, is going to support Fedora based, okay, and all the things. So for different distribution, we're going to use different types of packaging manager. So we're going to, in case of Red Hat, we're going to use RPM. In case of CentOS, we're going to use Yum here. In case of Ubuntu, we're going to use apt. Okay, so we're going to execute all these things for different types of applications here. And finally, in day 30, we discuss about the how to install web servers. Web servers are nothing but what? Like Apache web server, Nginx web server, in your Ubuntu as well as Linux, and as well as how to install the MariaDB server. MariaDB is nothing but which is what it must be created from the MySQL database, and how to create MariaDB installation in your Linux as well as the Ubuntu. Okay, we'll discuss this part also. And next one is just one second. Yeah. Coming to next one is and day 14. Okay, we're going to short shell scripting here. Some basic scriptings we're going to learn here. How to create shell script, how to declare variables, how to work with the loops here, how to work with different types of condition statements. So by using decision making, okay, and how to work with different types of functions, how to create user defined functions. All these things must be mentioned in the shell scripting part. So once Linux commands are and as well as shell scripting is completed, we're going to start the DevOps basics first. So what is the DevOps? So what is the purpose of CI/CD? What is the continuous integration, continuous deployment? So why it becomes more popular nowadays? Okay, as well as discuss some basics of software SDLC life cycles also. Okay, and all these things must be discussed in day 16. In day 17, we discuss about the one of the very popular distribution version control system like Git. Okay, and how to work with Git. Okay, and what is Git? So what is the difference between centralized and distribution version control system, and how to install Git in different types of operating system, and how to create GitHub account, and how to clone your GitHub account into local Git. Okay, all the things must be discussed in day 17. And after that, we're going to continue the Git part in day 18 also. We're working with branches here. Git stash for temporarily saving the file, and some concepts regarding GitHub as well as the GitLab also. And I'm going to discuss in the 18. And after that, day 19, we're going to start Jenkins, especially for deploy the application here, and how to install Jenkins in Ubuntu. Okay, we're going to consider remote Ubuntu operating system for installing Jenkins here. Okay, and after that, in day 20, we're going to continue with the Jenkins task. And the main important one is the master slave architecture and how to implement master slave architecture, how to add slave node to the master Jenkins master node, and everything must be discussed here. And how to create automatic builds here, like what by using periodical jobs as well as the policy and all these things. And next one, we're going to create some pipeline jobs also by taking some Jenkins jobs here. Okay. Next one, we discuss about the one of the very important configuration management tool, that is Ansible. Okay, Ansible nothing but which is the configuration management tool. So by using this, okay, we are going to manage different types of nodes. Okay, one Ansible server is going to manage what? Different types of client nodes. In order to do that, we have to install Ansible here. How to install it and how to work with YAML files and how to work with playbooks and how to work with inventory. I will discuss about some ad hoc comments also. Ad hoc comments and all these things in day 21 and 22. So coming to next one is Docker. In day 23 and 24, we're going to focus on Docker here. So Docker is nothing but a lightweight operating system. In simple terms, it's going to provide container service. It's a lightweight virtual machine only. So how to install Docker and how to create account in Docker is free. And after that, how to create images, how to pull the images, how to create containers from the images. Okay, as well as how to manage different types of nodes by using Docker Swarm also discussed in this particular part. And next one is, so once Docker is completed, we're going to start the Kubernetes. If you want to run multiple containers at a time, we're going to use the Kubernetes. Okay, so we're going to choose a new term called here pod here, which is going to run multiple containers. So I'm going to explain what here. What is the Kubernetes? So what is the near Kubernetes interaction here? So why Kubernetes becomes most popular nowadays? Okay, how to install Kubernetes? So what are the system requirements for installing the Kubernetes? Okay, and all these things must be explained in the Kubernetes part here. Okay, and coming to date 27 and 28. Okay, okay, just 1 second, please. Sorry for interruption. Just 1 second. Yeah, okay. So in day 27, 28, we discuss about the very important concept called infrastructure as a code service, that is Terraform, and how to work with Terraform, and how to deploy different types of resources by using Terraform. So with the help of code, how to create resources, all the things will be discussed here. So what is the difference between Terraform and Ansible? So what is the architecture? So what are the main commands we're going to use in order to what provide the configuration of a particular service? Okay, and everything must be discussed in 27 and 28. That is date of 28 here. And finally, date 29 and 30, discuss about the one of the monitoring service called the Prometheus here. Okay, and Grafana, discuss about the this particular monitoring service in 29 and 30. Okay, this is the complete what? So this is the complete uh, part we're going to learn. Okay, complete the course outline or our agenda for upcoming 1 month here. So in today demonstration, okay, I'm going to start with what? So some AWS introduction. So and what are the basic services which are used here? Okay, so let me explain what. I just want to open my slide here. Okay. So, okay, fine. So what do you mean by AWS here? So AWS is nothing but each one have CSP here. What is CSP? Cloud Service Provider. Okay. I think we know about ISP, na? Internet Service Provider. So similarly, AWS is nothing but Cloud Service Provider, which is going to offer what? Different types of services. Okay. So suppose if you have an ISP, Internet Service Provider, we can able to get the internet connection from particular network, either which must be wide or wireless. We can able to access the internet. We can able to download some files and all these things. Similarly, suppose if you want to work with some remote servers, if you want to work with some remote databases, remote networks, okay. So it's going to provide all these type of services here. Okay. So which type of service is going to provide? Is going to provide compute, storage, database, networking. Okay. Not only these things, is going to provide monitoring tools, is going to provide DevOps tools. Nowadays, is going to provide machine learning, artificial intelligence tools also here. Okay. But mainly focus on what? We're going to consider compute, storage, and database and networking services here. Okay. So these are the main services: compute, storage, database, as well as the networking. And coming to next one. So what is mean by compute service here? So what are the major compute services we are used in our daily life? Okay. So first one is what? Amazon EC2. Okay. The first one is the Amazon EC2 here. So which is what? Okay. I'm going to open the service in my cloud account also one by one. Okay. So EC2 nothing but what? Elastic Computing Cloud. So I'm going to add the text also. 1 second. Okay. What is first one? EC2 here, which stands for what? Elastic Computing Cloud. So what is the purpose of this particular service? So by using this particular service, we're able to launch what? We're able to launch remote servers are, in simple terms, remote virtual machines. Remote servers are remote virtual machines. Which type of virtual servers we're going to launch here? We can able to launch Windows-based servers, as well as we can able to launch Linux-based servers. That is what we can able to launch Amazon Linux and Ubuntu, as well as what some Red Hat based Linux. Okay, we can able to launch what the Mac based operating systems also here. Okay, so let me open EC2. So I just want to go to the particular service. The cloud account must be look like this. Suppose let me open EC2 here. See, we can able to see that virtual servers in the cloud. Just open this one and see. Click on instances. So what I wrote here, we can able to launch different types of remote servers like what Windows, Linux, and Mac. Okay. So I just want to show it out. For example, go to dashboard and click on launch instance. I'm not going to creating anything. I just want to show the just EC2 dashboard, how it look like. Okay. See this one. We can able to launch Linux here, Mac here, Ubuntu here, Windows, Red Hat, Debian based Linux. Okay. So different types of other distribution of Linux also we can able to possible to launch here. Okay. By using EC2. Okay. Simply nothing but remote virtual server. Okay. This is the first compute service. I'm going to give the heading also. Okay. The first one is the compute. Okay. So first part is EC2, which plays a major role here. Okay. And coming to next one. First one is EC2. Second one is ECS. Elastic Container Service. Okay. Is going to provide what? Is going to work with the Docker containers. Okay. He's going to create some lightweight EC2 instances here. Okay. Second one is ECS, which stands for Elastic Container Service. Okay. So especially work with what? We're going to especially work with containers By creating what? By taking what? Docker images here. Okay. So how the console will look like? So I just want to open the console here. So let me close this one. Search for ECS here. See, Elastic Container Service. We can able to run different types of secure, readable, and scalable. What is scalable? Scalable nothing but extendable. Okay. We can able to increase or reduce the count here depending upon your need. Okay. Let me wait. Yeah. Okay. And see this one. We can able to create clusters here. Different types of clusters we're going to create here. Okay. Which type of clusters? We're going to create series one serverless AWS Fargate as well as Amazon EC2 instances, depending upon our requirement here. Okay. And coming to next one is Amazon EKS. Okay. So next one is the EKS here. So EKS stands for what? Elastic. Okay. And Elastic Kubernetes Service. Elastic Kubernetes Service here. Okay. We're going to work with what? We're going to work with multiple containers here. We are going to work with different types of pods. Okay. Pods are nothing but what? The pods contains multiple container images. Okay. So for that, we're going to use the EKS service. So let me open the EKS here. Let me close EKS here. Search for EKS. So Elastic Kubernetes Service. Okay. We're going to start run different types of Kubernetes based pods here. The console must be look like this. Okay. See this one. The console must be look like this. We need to create some Kubernetes cluster here. Okay. By create the cluster, we're going to choose some options. We need to create some Kubernetes cluster here. And coming to next one is, okay. So Amazon Lightsail. Okay. So next one is what? So Lightsail. So what do you mean by Lightsail here? So EC2 is nothing but EC2 is public here, which must be what? Public server. And if you want to create a private server, okay, Lightsail nothing but what? Which is a private virtual server, private virtual server or private virtual operating system. So already we have EC2 now. So why we need to consider Lightsail here? Okay. So if you create Lightsail, is going to provide two types of OS here also. We can able to launch Windows based as well as the Linux based. Okay. So let me open Lightsail here and I'm going to explain. Search for Lightsail. See this one. Launch and manage virtual private servers. Open this one. So just click on create instance. See what I mentioned here is going to provide Windows based as well as the Linux based. So let me check. Suppose Linux based is going to provide two types of blueprints here. Applications plus operating system as well as only OS. If you choose only OS, is going to provide what? Is going to create the OS only. If you create app plus OS, along with the OS, is going to provide some additional applications also. For example, I want to launch Linux LAMP server. For example, this particular thing is going to provide what? Suppose if you choose OS, we just launch OS only. For if you want to install applications, we need to use some external packaging commands. But if you choose app plus OS here, if I choose LAMP here, what happens is going to provide Linux operating system, is going to provide a web server, is going to provide MySQL, is going to provide the PHP environment and all these things. If you click on this one, is going to provide some Node.js application. If you click on this one, is going to provide some Nginx web server and all these things. Similarly, if you choose Microsoft Windows, so see here also we have AppRest OS here. AppRest OS is there, OS is there. Okay. And if you choose AppRest OS, is going to provide operating system along with the database. Okay. Is going to provide Windows along with the SQL Server 2022, which must be pre-installed. If you choose OS only, and what we got, we have to launch only OS. It's not possible to get external applications. We have to manually install it. Okay. So this is the purpose of the light sale here. Is going to provide what? Is going to provide the private virtual servers for the use. Okay. And coming to next one. And the next thing here is elastic bean stack here. Okay. So what does it mean by elastic bean stack? Okay. So okay, elastic bean stack. Okay. So why we need elastic bean stack? For example, just consider one small scenario. I want to develop one web application. So what is my intention? I want to develop my one web application here. So I require which type of resources generally? Generally, I require what? One OS. I require one OS, one operating system. That is in this case, I want to mention some Linux. Okay. Second one, I require one database to store data. I require one database. Either I require MySQL database. I require what? The PostgreSQL database. Okay. As well as I also require what? Programming environment. I want to develop one web application. So compulsory, I'm going to use also programming language. Okay. I also provide some programming environment like I also install Java or PHP, okay, or Python and all these things. Okay. And I also consider what? I also install some web servers like what? Apache web server or what? Some Nginx web server and all these things. But if you use Elastic Beanstalk, okay, if you use Elastic Beanstalk, it's going to provide what? Complete environment. It's going to provide what? Complete environment to deploy the application. Okay, to deploy the application here. Okay, so what I mentioned here, I require OS. So let me go to Elastic Beanstalk now. Let me close this. Suppose Elastic Beanstalk. Okay, so run and manage different types of web applications here. Open this. So just open this here. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is, suppose click on create application. See, I want to create web application deployment. What I mentioned here, I mentioned I want to create web application. Okay. Choose the same thing. No need to change anything here. Application name, some demo app. I mentioned some demo app here. Okay. Domain must be some demo 1234 or 1223, what it may be. See, platform. What I mentioned first one, I require one OS. See this one. Choose platform. We are going to choose the platform. See this one. Which platform I'm going to select? Nothing but first of all, we're going to choose the programming language. Which programming language I want to develop the application? Suppose I want to choose Java. Choose Java. If you choose Java, what happens here? The programming language is selected as well as it also going to provide what? OS also. Amazon Linux 2023, Amazon Linux 2. Okay. Java must be pre-installed. So different type of Java version must be pre-installed here. Okay. So I mentioned what? OS is selected, programming language also selected. And if you move to the next step, for example, I just want to move to next step here. Next here. Suppose, okay, click on next, click on next here, okay, and I want to set VPC here. And next one, what I mentioned, I also require database. I also require one database here. Let me scroll it down and see if enable database what. Just 1 second. So we have to set VPC. I forgot to set the VPC here. So enable database. Just 1 second. See, we can able to take MySQL, PostgreSQL. So different types of databases. Okay. So in this manner, we can able to deploy the application by using Elastic Beanstalk. Okay. So finally, the last one is the Lambda. Okay. The most important service I'm going to discuss in today's session. The last one is the Lambda here. Okay. So what is the Lambda here? What is mean by Lambda? Okay. So which is what? Which is serverless application. Serverless application nothing but here the user or developer focus on code only. Okay. Focus on code only and underlying infrastructure must be uh, provided by your okay provided by your what the cloud itself here. Okay. For example, let me open the Lambda service here. I want to close this one. Let me type Lambda and see. So run code without thinking about the servers. Okay. The user is focused on only code here. So the entire infrastructure, how to run the logic, the operating system, and memory, everything must be provided by your AWS only. User is focused on only the coding part here. Okay. So let me click on just create function and see this one. We can choose what different types of programming language here. Okay. So once choose the function and create the environment here like this, the create function. So automatically what happens here is going to create some OS, memory, everything for us. Okay. So this is the last service. Okay. This is the last service in your compute services. Okay. So what we discussed so far, we discussed so far six main important compute services. So what are those? First one EC2, Elastic Computing Cloud, which must be used for what? To launch the remote servers. Second one is what? ECS, Elastic Container Service. Okay. Is going to provide what? Is going to work with the containers or Docker images. And third one, Elastic Kubernetes Service. In order to work with the multiple pods, the pod contain multiple contain images. We're going to consider Elastic Kubernetes Service. Next one is the light sail here. So it's the private virtual server. In addition to EC2 is going to provide what? The application place OS environment here. Next one, Elastic Beanstalk is going to provide what? The complete deployment basis service. Okay. Is going to provide the complete environment for deploying the application. Finally, what? The Lambda serverless application. Okay. So here the developer only focus on the code. The complete underlying infrastructure, memory, and everything must be provided by your AWS only. Okay. So these are the basic compute services. Okay. And after compute services, we must move to the next part. So the next service here is okay. Scroll it down. So we have storage services. Okay. So we have storage services here. So we have different types of storage service available. S3, EFS, EBS, storage gateway, and all these things are available. But we mainly focus on the following things. Okay. Like what? S3, EFS, and EBS. Okay. First one is S3. Okay. So storage. Let me mention the storage services. So type storage here. First one is the S3. Okay, what is the first slide? We have S3. Okay, so let me type S3, which is object storage, which must be the object storage. Second one is the EFS, so which is the file storage. And last one is the EBS, which is what? The block storage, which nothing but the block storage here. Okay, so coming to S3. Okay, so first one is the S3 here. So what is S3? I think you people know about Google Drive. I think you know about Google Drive. So what is Google Drive here? Which must be Gmail storage, which must be the Gmail storage. So how much amount of data we're going to store? Nearly maximum up to 15 GB of data. And if you want to store huge amount of data, we want to choose which version here. We're going to choose the premium version. Similarly, S3 is nothing but what? S3 is what? AWS cloud storage. Okay, in AWS cloud storage here. So similar to Google Drive only. Okay. So for example, I just want to open S3 here. Let me search S3 and see this one. Let me search S3. Scalable storage in the cloud and open S3 here. Okay, the console must be look like this. Okay, so we are able to see what? Buckets. So what is the bucket here? Okay, so we're going to use one specific term called bucket here. So bucket is nothing but what? Storage location. Okay, storage location similar to our folder, which must be what? Globally unique. So what do you mean globally unique? Suppose I have a bucket here. Some bucket RD23 is there. Suppose some other user, okay, some other user want to create the same bucket with this name, okay, then the bucket will not be created. Is going to throw an error. This bucket is already exist, so it's not possible to create the bucket here. Okay, so we're going to store what? Different types of files, folders, like what? We're going to store files or folders. We can able to store images. We can able to store documents. We can able to store some multimedia data application in this particular S3 here. Okay, we call all them as objects. So what is the information is stored here, and each and everything must be called as object here. Okay, so this must be what? S3, simple storage service here. And coming to next one is, so we have EFS. Okay, EFS is nothing but what? Elastic file storage. So before going to discuss EFS, I want to discuss about EBS first. Okay, I just want to discuss about the EBS. Then after I'm going to discuss. So what do you mean by EFS? Okay, fine. So in previous compute service, I mentioned what here EC2 Elastic Computing Cloud. Okay, so we're going to use what? We're going to launch remote server by using Elastic Computing Cloud. Okay, so for example, I open my local PC here. So suppose if someone asks where exactly my OS must be stored, I have four different types of drives available here. So if someone asks in which drive my OS must be stored, so we can simply say that what? By looking at this logo, we conclude that my OS must be stored in the C drive. Okay. Similarly, we use EC2 for what? EC2 for launching the remote operating system. EBS is nothing but what? Remote SSD. Okay. Remote SSD. Remote storage service device here, solid state drive here, which must be used along with the EC2. Okay. For example, let me go to EC2 here. search for EC2 and click on EC2 here. Click on the launch instance. I don't want to launch any instance here. Suppose I want to launch Windows OS. For example, select Windows here. Just select the Windows OS, and after selecting Windows, let me scroll it down. See this one. We have one storage available here. Okay, just expand this storage here, and see what we have. How much space allocated? Nearly 30 GB space must be allocated here. Okay, so we're going to store what is going to provide different types of SSDs here: IO1, IO2, GP2, GP3. So depending upon your speed of operation here. Okay, suppose this must be 30 GB now. I want to select Linux now. I just want to select what, like Amazon Linux. Just click on Amazon Linux here. Scroll it down. So what we got here is going to provide 8 GB only. Why? Because Windows nothing but is going to provide the graphical user interface. Linux nothing but command line interface. That's why it does not consume that much memory. Okay, so that's why it's going to provide very less amount here. Suppose I want to consider one more OS here, that is Red Hat. Just scroll it down. It's going to provide what here? 10 GB. Okay, 10 GB storage space here. Okay, so what is EBS here? Remote SSD. Okay, so which must be used for what? Storing the OS files. In simple terms, store the OS files. Which OS here? Store the remote operating system files. We are going to use the EBS value here. Okay. Next one is EFS, Elastic File Storage. Okay. So, for example, before going to EFS, I have one pen drive with me. I just have what? One pen drive with me, and I have three laptops. I just have three laptops here. At the same time, I just want to attach. Okay. At the same time, I just want to attach pen drive to the how many instances, how many laptops. Okay. In simple terms, we can connect the pen drive to the how many instances for connecting pen drive. Only one instance. I mean, only one laptop. Only one laptop at a time. If you want to connect with other laptop, what we need to do? We have to eject the pen drive from the one laptop, and we need to insert the connect the pen drive with the other laptop here. Okay. Similarly, we have EBS value here. We can attach EBS value. Okay. So we can attach more EBS value only for only one EC2 instance at a time. Okay. And it's not possible to attach the same EBS value to the other instance if it is already attached with the one EC2 instance. But in case of EFS, okay, in case of EFS, okay, this is very, very important. In case of EFS, we can attach what? Attach EFS to multiple EC2 instances at a time here. Multiple EC2 instances at a time here. And one more point, we can attach multiple EFS to single EC2 also. multiple EFS to single EC clause. Okay. So for that, we are going to use the EFS or elastic file storage. File storage or in simple terms, we call it as what? EFS stands for elastic. Okay. It must be elastic file system. And EBase stands for what? And EBase is nothing but and elastic block storage. Okay. So these are three main important storage services. Okay, in your AWS. And coming to next one is okay. So we mainly focus on these three services. Next one is the database services. Okay. So actually, we have three different types of database actually. So one is relational database, second one is the non-relational database, and third one is what? In-memory database. Okay. So in case of if we use relational databases, we're going to use a service called what here? RDS. Okay. We're going to use a service called RDS here. And if you use non-relational database, we're going to choose what? Some Amazon DynamoDB. If you choose in-memory database, we're going to choose what? Amazon Elastic Cache here. Okay. So first of all, we discuss about the RDS. Suppose if you want to work with relational databases, we're going to choose RDS here. So let me go to EC2, not EC2. Let me go to AWS and search for RDS here. See, we can able to see that. So manage relational database service here. Open this one. So click on DB instances. So click on create database. Just wait a second. And see, is going to support what? Is going to support different types of databases. Is going to support MySQL, PostgreSQL database, and MariaDB, Oracle, IBM DB2, as well as Microsoft SQL Server. Okay, different types of third-party databases are supported by your AWS. Okay, fine. So already we have MySQL. So already MySQL is available here. So what is the need for Aurora MySQL? So what do you mean by Aurora here? Okay, click on MySQL. Suppose I'm going to create a project and I want to store a huge amount of data. So initially I took what? MySQL database. Is going to support how much amount of storage? Is going to support the 64 TB storage here. But I want to store 96 TB data. I just want to store what? 96 TB data. Is it supported? This MySQL is not supported here. I want to choose Aurora MySQL here. So what is Aurora here? Aurora is nothing but Amazon specific database. Okay. Especially used for the Amazon only here. Either Aurora MySQL or Aurora PostgreSQL here. Okay. So if you choose MySQL, you can store only 64 TB. If you choose Aurora MySQL, we can store up to what? Nearly 128 TB of storage here. Automatically, the storage must be increased here. Similarly, if you choose PostgreSQL, we can store 64 TB. If you choose Aurora MySQL, we can able to store nearly how much here? 128 TB of storage space here. Okay. So in this manner, we can able to create what? Different types of relational databases. Okay. And coming to second one, so we have DynamoDB non-relational databases. Okay. Suppose nowadays the most of the data we're getting is non-relational here. like sensor data, Twitter data, Instagram, Facebook, whatever data it may be. We're going to get the information in NoSQL only. So if you want to analyze the data, compulsory, we must prepare some NoSQL databases. So in AWS, we're going to use one database called Amazon DynamoDB. Is going to provide what? NoSQL database here. So let me check and close ODS here. Let me type DynamoDB here. Okay. So which must be what? The managed NoSQL database. And open this one. So just click on create table. See, we can able to create the different types of tables here. Okay, different types of non-relational database tables, and we can import it here. Okay, so the console must be look like this. And next one is, and third one is, we have Redshift. Okay, Redshift is nothing but it's a cluster. It's a data warehouse. Okay, in simple terms, it's a data warehouse available in your AWS here. So especially we're going to Redshift for business intelligence tool. Okay, so the Redshift especially used in big data. Okay, most of the companies are using Redshift for big data processing here. So the application must be look like this. Let me close this. Search for Redshift. So Amazon Redshift here. Okay, we are going to create what? So different types of data warehousing data applications here. Let me open this. Okay, so up to 300, we're going to get 3 months trial here. Okay, up to $300 will not get any bill here. So once it's crossed, we can able to get the bill. Okay, just 1 second. Yeah. Okay, so these are what? So different types of database services here. Okay, like what? RDS for relational databases, Redshift for the data warehouse, DynamoDB for what? So DynamoDB for the NoSQL or non-relational databases. The last one is what? Networking services. So on the networking services, we majorly focus on three things here: VPC there, gateways there, cloud front end, Route 53. Okay. So along with this, we have VPN, cloud map, all are available, but mainly focus on the four things. First one is VPC. So without VPC, it's not possible to deploy any type of compute resources or any type of database resource also. Why? Because without network, okay, it's not possible to create. We need to create subnet and all these things. So let me go to AWS, search for VPC here. So if you create one AWS account, automatically the AWS service provider provides one VPC for you. Okay, let me check. Just 1 second, guys. Okay. See, we can able to see that. So one default network is available here. Okay, one default VPC network is available for us. So we can able to work with what? We can able to work with different types of components here, like what? Gateways, subnets, peering connections, routing tables, internet gateways, security groups, and all these things. Okay, so these are what? Subparts of your VPC here. Okay, and second networking service is what? That is API gateway. Okay, so if you want to deploy application, okay, If you want to deploy any type of application, we're going to use API gateway here. The console must be look like this. Search for API gateway to build, deploy, and manage different types of application programming interfaces. We're going to choose API gateway here. Let me open this. Okay. So we can able to take different types of APIs here. HTTP API, REST API. Okay. So we mainly focus on REST API here. Okay. So and one more thing, CloudFront. Okay. So CloudFront offers what? The content delivery network. So what is mean by content delivery network here? Okay. For example, I want to take small example here. Okay. So this is India, just as so. And I have different locations in India. This is Mumbai, this is Bangalore, this is Hyderabad, this is Chennai, this must be Calcutta like this. Okay. Suppose I just deploy one website here. In Mumbai, I just deploy one website. Only the people who are available in the Mumbai can able to access the service. Okay. So the people who are reside in Bangalore also they can able to access the service by sending the request to the Mumbai server. Hyderabad also can able to access service by sending the request to Mumbai server. Kolkata people also. But what is the difference here? Who will get the more speed here? The people who are living in the Mumbai, they able to get the more speed to access the website when compared to Bangalore, Hyderabad as well as the Kolkata. So if you use CloudFront, okay, if you use CloudFront, we are going to maintain what? The copy of the website in the respected locations. Like what? I'm going to maintain the copy of this particular website information in particular respected location here. Okay. So the Bangalore people can able to access the website from their local location. Hyderabad also same thing, and Calcutta also same thing here. So automatically what happens here? The speed must be improved here. Otherwise, if I'm going to choose only one location, automatically you are getting more data. What happens? The customer want to just go for some other site. He just neglect our site here. Okay. So in order to improve the business, compulsory we have to improve the speed of accessing the particular website. So for that reason, we are going to use what one service called CloudFront here. Okay. We can able to distribute what here? Static and dynamic web content. Okay. Different types of static and dynamic web content using some edge locations. Series one, what I mentioned here, Bangalore server, Hyderabad server, and what? Not Bangalore server, Bangalore edge location, Hyderabad edge location, and some Kolkata edge location. Nearest place to the so and so particular region here, particular city here. Okay. So which improves what? Which provides low latency, high performance. Latency nothing but what generally? Latency nothing but delay. Okay. It's going to provide the less delay as well as the high performance here. Okay. So this is about what? CloudFront. And coming to next one is Route 53. So Route 50 is nothing but what? DNS. Okay. DNS or domain name service. Just 1 second. Okay. So which must be what here? Domain name system for your AWS. We can able to create what? Different types of domains here. So let me open Route 53. So search for Route 53 here. See, we can able to create different types of domains here. Open the link in new tab. Okay. So click on this particular three dots here. So click on the domains. Suppose we are going to purchase the domains here. Click on register domains. Okay. So we can purchase the domains here. So click on register domains. Okay. So we're going to register different types of domain names here. So depending upon your requirement. So for example, I want to search for a domain called somewhat some some akshay0923.com. So this is my domain name. Okay. So click on search here. So what we got? So what we got here? See, this domain is available. So we can able to purchase it. We can able to purchase it. It's going to give some suggestions also. If you choose .NET, it's going to provide $15. If we choose this particular domain, we have to pay some $71 here. So like this. Okay. So and if you don't want to, okay, and if you don't want to purchase the domains, I have, okay, one domain is available for me actually. Let me go to my domain here. Just go to GoDaddy here. So I just want to log in. One second. Start up in 1 second, please. Okay, 1 second. Okay, yes. Okay. Suppose if you already have a domain name, okay, we are going to create hosted zones with the domain names. We have to create some hosted zones also here. So click on create hosted zone. So for example, my domain name is like this. So Sanchari 5624 dot some online. Okay. So this is my domain name. So with this domain name also I can able to create what? One hosted zones. Okay. So for this type, we're going to choose the what? Different types of domain names as well as we can able to register different types of hosted zones here. Okay. So this is about what? Networking services. Okay. Mainly focus on what here? Amazon VPC. Second one is what? API gateway. Third one is CloudFront. Last one is the Route. So these are what? The main services. Okay. So what are the fees you consider? So these are the main services you're going to consider. Okay. So and scroll it down. So creating AWS account is very easy. I just want to give some steps also here. How to create AWS account. Okay. You just want to go to sign in page here. We're going to enter some basic information. Like it's going to ask for personal professional account. Okay. We are going to choose what? Personal account here, not professional account. And we're going to click on create account. And next one, customer agreement. Okay. Nothing but what we need to do here. So we're going to enter our debit card details and all these things here. And after that, it asks for payment information. Just for mandate purpose, is going to take some amount and create the same thing in your account after 3 to 4 days. And once every step is successfully completed, we can able to see the account must be like this. Okay. We're able to see the Amazon management console, which must be look like this here. Okay. So these are what? Some of the basic services. Okay. Which are provided by your AWS. This is the first part we completed. Basics. Next one, global infrastructure. See this one. If you see my AWS account, see, so we have different states available. North Virginia, Ohio, and all these available. Okay. So what are the where exactly the data centers are available? Okay. That must be explained by using global infrastructure. Okay. I want to type here like what? Global infrastructure of AWS and go to this particular link. So right now, how many available? 36 regions available. Right now, we have 36 regions as well as the 114 zones are available for us. And if you want to view the map, let me click on regions and zones. See this one. I just want to display the information in terms of, okay, in terms of continents. Different types of continents are available. Uh, I want to consider North America. Okay. Just look at North America here and see. In North America, we have what? Canada West is there. In Canada West, one region is launched recently, 2 years back. Okay. So suppose if person want to, if a person live in this particular place, he can able to get the information from his nearest place, not this place. Okay. The next one, Canada Central is one more region is there. We also have what? North Virginia. This is the old region, which must be launched in 2006 year. I also prefer to consider this region only. United States, North Virginia. Why? Because is going to provide what? Is going to provide the all the services here. Okay. And coming to next one. So we have some AWS government cloud is there. So for government data operations, they're going to use this particular cloud. Ohio, one more region is there. Mexico. Okay. See this one. So in last year, Mexico is not available. Right now, in 2025. Last month, what happens here? They launched the Mexico also. Okay. So I think in North America, so almost all. Okay. Here the how many available? 9 regions are available in North America. Coming to what? South America. In South America, we have only one region. That must be some, I think, some Brazil country. In Brazil, some city is there. In this city, they created one region here with some less zones. Okay. And Europe, and go to Europe here. So coming to Europe here. So in Europe also, we have many regions similar to North America only. Okay. So just 1 second. Okay. So what I'm going to mention here is series one. Starting home region is there. Ireland is there. So London also we have AWS data center available in Spain and Paris. Okay. So series one in Milan and Zurich, Frankfurt. Okay. So if the bubbles are marked with green, so these are active regions. Active regions here. Okay. If bubbles are marked with red, Germany. Coming soon. Previously, what we have, for example, go to North America. So last year, Mexico also it must be in red only. Recently, which must be launched, started to be green. Similarly, in Europe also, what we have, in Europe also, what we have here, see we have one Frankfurt is there. Okay. So Frankfurt is available. We have what? Germany, which must be coming soon. In coming 6 months, they're going to open this particular region also. And one more thing is Middle East, some Arabian countries here. You see this one. So we have what? Bahrain as well as what? UAE. So we have 3 regions available in Arabian countries. In Saudi Arabia, okay, which must be coming soon. Okay, we can able to express the region in this particular place in upcoming years. And coming to African countries, in African continent, so we have only one region here. See this one? Cape Town. That must be in South Africa, I think. Okay. In South Africa. So one region is available here. And coming to Asia Pacific. So coming to Asian continent. Coming to our India. In our India, we have only two data centers actually. See this one. One is in Mumbai. So one is in Hyderabad. Okay. So Mumbai, which must be launched in 2016. Okay. In Hyderabad. Okay. Recently, last 2 years back in 2022, the AWS launched one region here. Okay. So coming to Chinese countries here. and Nexa is there, and Beijing is there. Okay, and Seoul, as well as coming to Japan, we have Osaka as well as Tokyo. Okay, Japan contains two regions. So Taiwan coming soon, not yet available. In Hong Kong also, recently 2019 they launched one region here. And Thailand, see this one. Previously Thailand does not contain region. Recently the launch in this year, North America, where North America, Mexico, coming to Asia Pacific, where we have in Thailand there is no region. Recently it launched in the Thailand also here. Okay. Next one, Malaysia, recently launched 2024. As well, this must be Singapore, which must be launched long back, I think 2010 only. Okay. So these are nothing but different types of regions in Asian continent. Next one, Australia and New Zealand. In Australia and New Zealand, in Australia we have what? Two regions available. The first one is Sydney here, so launched in 2012. Second one is the Melbourne, which must be recently launched in 2023. In New Zealand, what we have? Auckland is there. Okay, so we have an Auckland is available here. So which must be coming soon. I think most probably in 6 months or next year. New Zealand also contains the Amazon region. So they're going to expand this business here. Okay, not only this one, they're going to launching different types of regions. Okay, so why? Because so most of the companies are using now Amazon only. Why? Because most of the companies move their infrastructure towards the cloud only. So that's why if the load is increased automatically, they can able to establish the few more regions depending upon the load here. Okay, so this is about what one simple AWS global infrastructure. Okay, so what we discussed in today's session, in demo session. So what is AWS? We discussed what is AWS. I want to just recap for 10 minutes. So what is AWS? Nothing but what? In simple terms, AWS is the cloud service provider which is going to provide what? Different types of cloud services to the user. So what are the different types of services it's going to provide? Compute, storage, database, and networking. Okay. So we discuss what? Compute services like what? We discuss EC2, ECS, EKS, Lightsail, Beanstalk, followed by the Lambda. And coming to what? So coming to storage services, we discuss regarding S3, EFS, EBS. Okay. One is object storage, one is file storage, one is block storage. Next one is what? Coming to database services. So depending upon the databases and database type, we're going to choose corresponding service. First one is what? RDS, Relational Database Service. Second one, Redshift, which must be cluster. Third one, DynamoDB, so which must be what? NoSQL database. And Elastic Cache, nothing but what? In-memory database. So along with this, we have graph database. Neptune is there, but we will not use this particular thing. Okay. And the last one is what? Networking services. We focus on only what? VPC, gateway, CloudFront, and Route 53. So VPC is nothing but what? Default network service. Okay. And next one we have API gateway for what purpose? For deploying the applications. Okay. For deploying the applications, we are going to use the and API gateway here. And next one is what? CloudFront for what? We are going to use the CloudFront for what purpose? For content driven network. Okay. It's going to provide different types of edge location for faster access of the particular application. Similarly, we're going to use what? Amazon Route 53 for to working with the domain name systems. We're going to use with the Amazon Route 53 here. So these are what? Different types of network services. Okay. So some steps are given here regarding how to create AWS account. Once you follow these steps, we can be successfully able to create what? One simple AWS account here. Okay. Along with this, I'm also explain what regarding what global infrastructure. Okay. So what are different types of regions available? So if you go to AWS account here, right now I'm in US East one. So why I'm going to choose US East one? Okay. For example, go to VPC. Let me go to VPC here. So how many subnets are, I think, just 1 second. Some unwanted subnets are there. I want to remove those things. Okay. It's going to provide how many subnets here? How many subnets? Six, for example, let me open. I think global infrastructure. For example, see this one. North Virginia contains how many zones here? Is able to contain six zones. Similarly, we have six subnets. Suppose I want to choose Mumbai here. I just want to go to Mumbai. So Mumbai contain how many zones? Go to what? Go to assay here. Just click on the Mumbai. Mumbai contain how many zones here? Only three. See this one? That's why only three subnets are available. Okay. And if you want to deploy huge amount of more amount of resources here, it is better to prefer what? North Virginia. Okay. It's better to prefer the North Virginia here. Okay. So this is the complete demonstration of the today's thing. Just take 5 minutes time, and if you get any doubts, then ask me. Okay. So day one onwards, we're going to discuss the complete theory part. Okay. Day two onwards, we're going to start the practicals. Okay. So if you have any doubt regarding the course, then just take 5 minutes and ask me. I'm going to clarify your doubts here. If you get any doubts regarding the course related things, please type a message in chat box. According to your doubt, I'm going to clarify your doubts.
Akshay,
Yeah, tell me.
yeah, so I'm from network background, so just wanted to understand how this networking is related to DevOps. I'm not sure, so just wanted to know. It's
How this
both will help
networking?
helpful. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Uh,
networking, especially in Kubernetes also for deploying the multiple pods.
I mean, I'm from data background, where like routing, switching, and firewall stuff from
I
network
think
support. That will
for
be helpful
networking,
for this DevOps.
yeah, definitely helpful. Definitely.
How can you just tell me like how it's involved in DevOps part, like how it's helped there?
So I
It's
think,
networking concept
yeah,
is there in DevOps.
actually in DevOps, we're going to discuss about the like what some containers applications. In Kubernetes, we discuss about the networking part actually.
Okay.
Yeah, but networking part is available here. Like config maps, one topic is there. So there we discuss the networking part here.
So networking parts like which are routing network, is there is some firewall or routing protocol will be using there, or some connectivity stuff, how it is there?
Yeah, we can use the networking things in Route 53 actually. CloudFront Route 53. We're going to
Okay.
cover more than networking part, not in DevOps actually. We're going to cover in CloudFront as well
Mm-hmm.
as we're going to cover the same thing in Route 53 also. How to create routes, how to create domains, and how
Mm,
to connect different types of EC2 instance with your domain name and all the things.
okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So just
Thank you.
want to end the session at 10:30. Yeah, thank you. 10:30. 3 minutes time is more. Uh, in the meantime, if you get any doors, then ask. So completely, our sessions will be going taken on the complete hands-on here. Okay. We majorly focus on hands-on rather than theory here. Okay. So just take 3 minutes time. Still, if you get any doubt, regarding the course, you can ask me.